Very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to the class of microprocessor interface. And today, just we will first start with the briefing of syllabus till now what we have studied, so that you will also come to know. See, we have completed the CO1, that is Unit 1, Introduction to Microprocessor, Components of a Microprocessor. Okay, this we have completed according to serial number of RTU3 885 microprocessor architecture. We have completed this whole, and I named this as CO2, course outcome 2. CO2. Okay, this is my CO1, course outcome 1. This we have completed, and CO2 and CO3 are totally interlinked. Why? Because at the end of CO2, you are having some basic assembly language programming. You can see your assembly language programming basics. We have done with classification of instructions as addressing mode, 85 instruction set, data formats, writing, assembling, and executing a program.
स्क्रीन शो
The
नहीं हो रही है
programs.
मैम स्क्रीन शो नहीं हो रही है
Okay, beta. Just wait. Let me check. Now is it visible? Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So I was just discussing the syllabus, what we have completed. We have taken approx 16 to 17 lectures of microprocessor, 18, 19 lectures we have completed, okay? So we have completed the serial number 2 of according to your RTU syllabus, that I named as course outcome 1, CO1. We have completed that, introduction to microprocessor, components of a microprocessor. Okay, after that we have started with CO2, course outcome 2, or I can say it as a unit 2, but it is the serial number of your RTU list 3. Serial number 3 according to your RTU list, this 3. Okay, 85 microprocessor architecture. In this, we have completed all these topics. We have completed all the classification of instruction set, T state, machine cycle, timing diagrams, everything we have completed. So we have almost completed our CO2. Now we will start with CO3, and I can say CO2 and CO3 are totally interlinked, because whatever we have studied in CO2, we will implement those things in CO3. So to start with the CO3, that is assembly language programming of 8085, we should know thoroughly the classification of instruction set, its addressing mode, data formats, its length of the instruction. So today we will start with this assembly language programming. So you have to give your 100% for programming skills, as you are IT students. You are having a thorough knowledge of writing codes, drawing flowcharts, and writing basic programs. You are writing your programs in C, C++. You're writing a program in C++, you all know C language, you'll know. So it's very easy for you to think about the logic. Just the language has been changed. Logic remains same. Every student can implement it in his own logic, but you have to write the program in this subject by using assembly language. Instruction set we have discussed completely. So now is the turn to write the program. See, I can't say that if a class of 50 students is writing a single program of addition of two numbers, I can't say that all the students will write the same program. What do you think? Is it so true that all students will think in the same way and they will write the same program? No. All will have their different skills to write the program. So ultimately, you should achieve your goal of writing the program. Logics can be different, clear, like you can write a user defined program. The user will interface all the inputs, or you can take your inputs, or you can store the inputs in the register, or you can take the inputs from memory. So you can write program in different ways. Okay, so we will start just a few topic of your CO2 is remaining that we will discuss in 5 to 10 minutes. Then we will start with CO3. We will complete CO3 within 3 to 4 lectures. 2 to 3 lectures will be sufficient for writing programming skills. Then we will start with CO4. So see, students, don't get confused of what do you mean by COs. That's why today I am just briefing you what contents we have discussed till now. Shubhanshu Yadav. So I think any doubt is there. Do you want to discuss anything regarding the syllabus? Yes, students. Anything you want to discuss? Any query if you have? And have you checked the Google Classroom? Yes or no? Yes. So you got all the data from there. So now the data is sufficient. Whole books PDF I have shared with you. So you don't need my notes also, because those notes are also prepared from those books only. Because I use these standard books to study microprocessor subject. So now two machine cycles were remaining that we will discuss, and we will shift to next unit contents. Okay. So that is IO read cycle of 885. Input output read of 885. The slides have been changed. This. So you can see, you can take, you can read, you can write the data from input output devices which are interfaced with microprocessor 885. Okay, so IO read cycle is executed by the processor to read a data byte from input or output port or from peripheral device. The processor takes 3 T states to execute this machine cycle. And which instruction we will use? If I have connected some peripheral devices, then I have to use in instruction. The in instruction uses this machine cycle during the execution. So it needs only 3 T states. And its diagram is like this. Please draw this diagram, put the headings IO read cycle of 885 and draw this diagram in your copy. Please do it fast, make it fast. Finished? Finished, students? Should I move ahead? Any query regarding this diagram? If you want to ask anything, okay, I will wait. So, what is the basic difference between this cycle and your memory read cycle? Can you see the difference? So, who can explain me this diagram now? Voluntarily, who can explain this diagram? जिसको भी समझ में आया हो. No one can explain this diagram?
Ma'am,
Yes, who is speaking?
Kiran.
Kiran, okay, yes, Kiran.
मैम इसमें हम जो डेटा है वो हम रीड आईओ पोर्ट से करेंगे.
ठीक है, very good.
इसमें
So,
three
what are the
T
changes? Yes, 3 T states.
और
और क्या बता रहा है ये टाइमिंग डायग्राम?
और इसमें आईओ एम बार एक्टिव हाई है.
IO M bar active high है. Why it is active high? Yes, why it is active high? And status signals?
स्टेटस सिग्नल्स में S1 मतलब हाई है और S0 लो है.
To read the cycle. Why IO oblique M bar is high? नहीं पता? Anybody else? Very good, Kiran. IO oblique M bar is high because we have selected IO. Input output device. It is not an active low signal, it is active high signal. That's why IO is 1. RD bar will go low as soon as I will receive the data. So it will start reading the data from input port. And the address are mentioned in A15 to A8 lines and AD7 to AD0 lines. ALE bar high, that means lower order address bits are transferred during T1 clock cycle. Anything else? Clear? Next, IO write cycle of ADD5. Draw this thing in your copy. IO write machine cycle is executed by the processor to write a data byte in the input output port or to a peripheral, which is input output mapped in the system. The processor takes 3 T states to execute this machine cycle, and this is your timing diagram. It's very simple. For writing, S0 is 1, S1 is 0, 0, 1, and for IO device selection, it is 1, I oblique M bar. Finish, students? Okay. So we have finished with the timing diagram. This assignment for you, draw the timing diagrams of this instruction. Finished. So now we will start assembly language programming. So you all should have thorough knowledge of instruction set. The screen is visible to all. We are starting with CO3, course outcome 3. Okay. So data transfer instructions in ADD5. Just a brief introduction again so that it will be revised in your memory and you will come to know the instructions. Okay, data transfer instructions are the instructions which transfers data in the microprocessor. They are also called copy instructions. Following is the list showing all data transfer instructions. It's data transfer instruction, not logical. Okay, so move instruction, 3 instructions are there for move: rd comma rs, rd comma m comma rs. Okay, these are the examples shown to you. If I want to transfer data from register to register, register to memory, or memory to register, so I can write like that. Okay, all the instructions. Here it's m. Okay, students, can you see the mistake? So you all know this instruction set. Then MVI instruction, RD comma 8-bit data, M comma 8-bit data. So 8-bit data is your 50 hex shown, which will move to your accumulator. Its addressing mode is immediate addressing mode. Okay, you all know the addressing modes also. Next instruction is your LDA, load accumulator with the 16-bit address which is mentioned in the instruction. Opcode, operand, explanation and example. Okay, so all the instruction, how it will be written: LDA 2050 hex. Okay, it will be written like this. Clear? Then STA, stored the contents of accumulator into the contents of address specified in the instruction. Clear, students? We are just revising all the instructions which we have discussed earlier. Then LHLD. LHLD क्या कर देगा? Load HL pair data with the address mentioned in the instruction. Directly load HL with the register. 16-bit एड्रेस में जो डेटा प्रेजेंट होगा वो HL पेयर में स्टोर हो जाएगा. क्लियर? तो L में क्या स्टोर होगा? 50 हेक्स द लोअर एड्रेस. H में क्या स्टोर होगा? 20 हेक्स. क्लियर? LHLD instruction. If you are having any doubt in any of the instruction, you can ask me right now. क्या करता है LHLD instruction? This instruction will copy the contents of memory location 2050 hex, that is data which is present at that location, into the L register, and the contents of memory location 2051 hex, that is the data present over there, into H register. Opposite action will be done by SHLD instruction. LXI is a very important instruction. In maximum programs, we will use this instruction. LXI register pair, 16-bit data. Example is LXI H, 3050 hex. Okay, load the specified register pair with the data. This instruction will load the data which is present at memory location 20, 30, 50 hex to register HL. Okay, if somewhere I need data in memory, then I have told you M का क्या significance है. M means the data should be present in HL pair. जब भी HL पेयर में डेटा प्रेजेंट होगा, यू कैन यूज M. MVI M से पहले मुझे LXI H यूज में लेना पड़ेगा, तभी मैं MVI M इंस्ट्रक्शन यूज में ले सकती हूँ. इज इट क्लियर स्टूडेंट्स? Please students, I will not help you out after this. So if you are having any doubt, you can clear your doubts right now, because you have to write your own programs. So for programming, the concept of instruction should be very much clear to you. So LDAX indirectly load to the accumulator A. जो भी कंटेंट्स रजिस्टर पेयर में होगा, H में होगा, वो कंटेंट एक्यूमुलेटर में चला जाएगा. दिस रजिस्टर पेयर विल हैव 8-bit data or 16-bit data? Students, tell me that. क्या कॉपी होगा? accumulator में क्या डेटा कॉपी होगा? Please mention in your chat box who got the meaning of this instruction. Please explain me in the chat box. LDA X से क्या होगा? Yes, I'm waiting for the answer. It will copy 16-bit data. It will copy 8-bit data. Data copy करेगा. Yes, 8-bit register data copy to accumulator. That means H mention किया तो HL पेयर है. HL पेयर में तुम्हारा जो डेटा है H में वो ट्रांसफर होगा तुम्हारा. This register pair is used as a memory pointer. तो उस लोकेशन पे जो भी डेटा है that will be copied into the accumulator. ऐसे नहीं कि 16-bit डेटा कॉपी होगा. Only 8-bit data which is present at H will be copied. Opposite of LDX is stacks, then exchange, push, pop, instruction used for stack memory, in out instruction. In 15, input contents of the specified port to accumulator. Always in and out के साथ में तुम 8-bit port address mention करोगे, not 16-bit. Only 8-bit 8 lines are given for your input and output devices. So only 8-bit port address is required, that is 15 hex, 20 hex. So it will move from 00 hex to FFX, 8-bit address. Clear? In and out instruction. R stands for register, M stands for memory, RP stands for register pair. And what about the flag register status? Data transfer instruction do not affect the contents of flag register. NFAC, no flags are affected. Clear? No flags are affected in data transfer instruction. So next, arithmetic instruction. This is the list. Just go through it once. Any doubt? Okay. SUI, SBB, INR, INX, DCR, DCX, DAD instruction. And one more instruction. DAA. It is not mentioned over here. DAA instruction. And I have explained you this instruction. It doesn't have any opcode. And what it will do? DA instruction क्या करता है students? बाइनरी को बीसीडी में कन्वर्ट करता है. ठीक है, इट कन्वर्ट्स. So next, logical instructions, ANDing, ORing, XORing, comparing can be done by using this instruction, rotating, rotate accumulator, and two more important instructions are complement the carry flag. Directly you can't change the status of flag register. By using some instructions, you can change the status of all the flag register. And I'm having direct instruction to complement the carry flag and to set the carry flag, STC and CMC. Okay, students? Then branching instructions. We know there are many types of branching instruction. Each instruction is having approx 7 to 8 instructions within it. We have seen that conditional instructions. Yes or no, students? Jump, conditional, and jump, unconditional. 3 types of branching instruction. Call, conditional, unconditional, return, conditional, and unconditional. Okay? Jump instruction transfers the program sequence to the memory address given in the operand based on the specified flag. If it's a conditional. Unconditional jump instruction is a simple instruction where it won't check any of the condition. As soon as this instruction is read by the microprocessor, it will directly jump to the address which is mentioned in the operand. Clear? Next, conditional jump instructions. This we have seen earlier also, just a revision. JC, jump if carry, jump if not carry, jump if 0, jump if not 0, jump if parity even, jump if parity odd, odd means 0, jump if sign flag is minus, that is M is 1, jump if address sign flag is positive, okay, that is 0. Call instruction, unconditional call, conditional call instructions. Anything you want to ask? Call if carry, call if 0, not 0, carry flag, sign flag, parity. Okay, students. Then return instruction. This instruction transfers a program sequence from the subroutine to the calling program. That is to the main program. If I want to return, then I have to write RET instruction. Conditional, unconditional return instruction. So RET, return instruction, okay? So next, conditional return instruction. The program sequence is transferred unconditionally from the subroutine to the calling program only if the condition is satisfied. And the conditions are mentioned. Return from the subroutine if carry flag, 0, 1, 0 flag, parity flag, sign flag. Clear? But you have to remember how you have to write this instruction. RC, RNC, RZ, NZ, PE, PO, clear, M and P. That you have to remember. Rotate instructions in 8085. Very important instruction because it changes the contents of your accumulator as well as flag register. Okay, it changes as well as flag register. Rotate accumulator left RLC. क्या करेगा in this instruction? Each bit is shifted to the adjacent left position bit D7 becomes D0 and carry flag is modified according to the bit D7. Okay, carry flag will store D7 bit, but it won't rotate its carry flag to the D0 bit. Okay, so this is the example. You can see before the instruction A is equal to 101010, carry flag is 0. After first RLC, what will happen? Rotate left. So this 0 will be shifted over here. You can see 0 is shifted to the left side. और ये जो 1 था, लास्ट वाला 1 तुम्हारा जो MSB bit है, MSB bit will be stored in carry flag as well as it will become the LSB bit of the accumulator. Clear? After second RLC, carry flag will be 0 and again you will get the same data as of your first one. Okay? Any doubt? So next, rotate accumulator. See why we are discussing, because in writing the program, you should know what contents will be changed, what will be the carry flag status. That's why we are discussing it thoroughly, as you don't have lab sessions. You are just having theory classes. Okay? Rotate accumulator left through carry. You can see the example. See, through carry, है ना? We are saying through carry. तो इसका क्या significance है? That means carry bit will also be rotated. पिछली बार सिर्फ 8 bit rotate हुई थी. This time 9 bits will be rotated. Okay? And your carry flag status will be stored. Where it will be stored? It will be the D0 bit or D7 bit. After first RAL, 0 will be shifted. 111 शिफ्टिंग और कैरी फ्लैग में तुम्हारा क्या आ जाएगा? 1. जो पहले का स्टेटस था कैरी फ्लैग का, वो तुम्हारा D0 बिट हो जाएगा. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट, लास्ट स्टेटस ऑफ कैरी फ्लैग विल बी द D7 बिट. क्लियर? रोटेट accumulator right. You can see the example. Okay. Rotate accumulator right through carry. So don't get confused in these instructions. What are the applications of rotate instruction? And this is a very important concept, because in microprocessor 8085, you don't have direct multiplication and division operations. Have you seen any of the multiplication and division operation in the whole list of assembly language programming? Yes, students, have you saw? है क्या कोई डायरेक्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन मल्टीप्लिकेशन और डिवीजन के लिए? नो. So how we will implement multiplication and division? In mathematics, you perform multiplication. Multiplication can be done by adding the numbers to that particular number of times. Okay? Division you can perform by subtracting, or you can perform these operations by using rotate instructions. The rotate instructions are primarily used in arithmetic, multiply and divide operations and for serial data transfer. For example, you can see here, if accumulator is this 08 hex, ठीक है, ये 08 hex is the data in the accumulator. By rotating 08 hex right, what you will get, right side में मैंने rotate किया, you are getting 04 hex. This is equivalent to dividing by 2. Can you see? You can try this for even numbers, you will get the answers. By rotating 08 hex left, what you will get, 10 hex. 10 hex is equivalent to multiplying by 2. 8 into 2 is your 16, but that is the decimal number. Here we are talking about hexadecimal numbers. Okay, students? So you will get multiplication by 2. 2 से मुझे मल्टीप्लाई करना है तो लेफ्ट करना है, डिवाइड करना है तो राइट करना है. ठीक है? So these are the very basic example. However, these procedures are invalid when logic 1 is rotated left from D7 to D0 or vice versa. For example, if 80x is rotated left, it becomes 01 hex. So this is not a perfect logic, but you can build your own program by using this instruction. So we are just giving you idea. You can implement multiplication and division also by using rotate instructions. Okay, but it is not a perfect logic. You can see the diagrams which I have shown you earlier also. RLC, RL, RAL, RRC, RAR. Clear, students? So we will wind up our class here only. If you have any doubt, any query, you can ask. And please tell all the students to join on time and attend classes regularly. अभी लास्ट में कौन ज्वाइन हुआ था उसकी अटेंडेंस बता दो, बाकी सबकी मैंने लिख ली है. I have noted all the roll numbers. If anybody joined in the last moments, they can tell me the roll numbers. Shivanshi Yadav, okay. And Naman Shivali. ठीक है, others I have put the attendance. No need to write. So goodbye, students. Take care of yourself and your family.